Right, thanks for joining me once again. Today we are looking at this. Now, I've already put video on YouTube on my channel. I've had this for about a week now and I am very impressed. It's a nifty little camera. It looks like the LOOC that Imou also do, apart from it hasn't got the LED. But you may also, if you're in the UK, notice it looks similar to the Yale all-in-one, and I'm pretty sure there's a connection there somewhere. But I wanted to talk about the Arlo Pro 3 as well as this. Both of them battery powered, both of them obviously wireless, both using a base station, both using their own batteries, and they both work very well in their own way. Now, for me, this one hasn't let me down with connections. Oops. The connection between this, every time I've tried to view it, live view, through the app, not a problem at all. Battery wise, I've had it for roughly a week. It's on 50% at the moment. It was on 100%, so maybe 2 weeks if I'm lucky, and I wouldn't exactly say it's been in an area where it's triggering loads. But that being said, they say 6 months, which again, if it's in a really triggering once a day, maybe you're going to get that sort of time. This, I'm having to charge it daily without fail, sometimes even more than that. It is set to the maximum, but that doesn't make it okay. Now, battery wise, the Arlo one is 4,800 milliamp. This one is 2,300. So bigger battery than this, and yet this still does a better job at staying charged. This does have a LED, but I always disable that because I don't personally feel it necessary. If this is plugged in constantly, you can have the pre-record, so a couple of seconds look back. So if, for example, somebody walks past it, you'll get the fact that they're walking past it the little bit before, rather than getting in front of the camera and then you see the event after that. I'm not aware of that existing on the Imou Cell Pro. It's a shame because it would be a very good feature. This, you're looking at around £300 for this single camera kit with a base station. This is $229 on Amazon at the moment, and if you look in the description below, you can get 20% off with the codes and doing it that way. The base, obviously, the other thing, this has smart features which you have to pay for. Storage online, you have to pay for. You can have it locally stored. This is just purely locally stored from the off if you've got a USB stick in the base station, but you can also subscribe to the cloud thing. It's not really something where you have no choice really. This goes on and on about having to have the subscription, and it's very difficult to access local storage. Pretty much, if you've got this, you need the subscription online. That's the only way I can go about it really. If I didn't have it, it's useless to me pretty much. But this, I'm really impressed. It's not let me down. When I live view, it connects. This, I've had so many issues with green clips that are 0 seconds long, even though they've triggered by, for example, a bird going past. This has picked it up, about a minute long clip. This hasn't even bothered doing anything other than say something happened, but we didn't bother recording it pretty much. Whether that's a firmware thing that needs updating, I'm not entirely sure. They are good cameras, don't get me wrong. The field of view on this is fantastic. This isn't as wide as that, but it doesn't claim to be. This is 229, 300 odd. There's a place for both. If you want to start out as having a little home security, nice straightforward camera just to alert you every so often if, for example, the postman turns up, this I would highly recommend. And I have been recommended this to friends and family because it's worth having. It's cheap and it's more than cheerful. Some of the other cameras that are out there, they have a battery in, but you can't replace it. This you can replace, and I do believe you can buy extra batteries should you wish, and also a charging station. You can get a charging station for the Arlo, excuse me, but one thing that is annoying, it's not strictly true as such, but to charge the battery as it stands at the moment, unless you have the charge station, it's very difficult to charge in situ. It is feasible if you've got an extension lead. You could this is always difficult to get into. Just pop this open. Oops. You could pop a micro USB in there whilst it's in situ. It's not going to be straightforward and easy, but it is feasible. And if you've got an extension lead, plug the cable in and leave it for it to charge. This, on the other hand, magnetic cable, it just sticks there and charges away. You can get nice long cables, but again, obviously you need an extension lead. The cable that comes with that is very, very, very short. Too short. But I don't know. If you want premium features and you're happy to pay a monthly fee, go for the Arlo. Although I must say, it does have its problems. But if you're starting out and you want a good deal and a good quality camera, because the footage from this is fantastic, I'd go for this, especially if you use the voucher code below. I'll pop in a couple of extra clips just to show side by side. That's if I can find a good quality version from this at the moment. But also another thing, this is roughly 15 meters from the base station, up the other end of my garden. Not a problem. This, signal issues. So to me, this is a fantastic little camera. It really is a good little camera. The app could do with a little bit of tweaking just to make it more streamlined, in my opinion. But other than that, it's fantastic, and I really would go and buy one. And I'm looking forward to testing more of their products, because if this is anything to go by, they've got 4K cameras, not 4K, 4 megapixels, plenty of 1080p wireless cameras, doorbells, alarm system, they've got all sorts. So check them out, it's well worth it, and if you use the voucher code below, you get 20% off. What's not to love about that? So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thumbs up, excuse that. Please hit subscribe and join me next time for something else. Bye for now.